Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Some few hours ago it was a power tussle, show of power between the two factional national secretary of PDP. Of course, it was an emergency meeting that held where the two of them had no other option but to be in the same room. Of course, one of them was thrown out, but eventually the meeting was put on hold by the PDP chieftains who insisted that for equality and equity's sake, Ude Okoye should be in that meeting. Of course, he eventually took his seat, his glorious seat, quote unquote. But something unique is happening. Both factional secretaries, because for now, both of them are insisting that they are the legitimate original national secretary of PDP. Of course, Anyanwu had taken time to explain what transpired. What transpired some months back that led to Ude being brought in his stead, and the fact that the likes of Ude had literally called him out over his quote-unquote shameless act of trying to bring down the party over, according to him, so many issues. But right now he had said to address all of that issues and why he still remains the legitimate secretary, and the only reason why he can be thrown out of office, he stated it in this video you're going to watch. And of course, Ude Okoye has refused to let go. For all he knows, he is the legitimate, authentic, and legal national secretary to PDP. And to him, he has assumed office, both of them claiming. Let me let you watch the video and hear them speak and insisted, definitely from all we are gathering, the NEC meeting will be a showdown. Watch the video, come back for
to run for the governorship of my state. And I wrote to the party officially that I will be absent a 3 months and asked my deputy to hold brief for me, which is the normal thing. October, the former National Working Committee, National Vice Chairman, Southeast, Chief Aliodefa, went and connived to remove me as National Secretary. I was elected through convention, and it's quite explicit that it's only through convention that I can be removed.
When this case came up, it was a zonal caucus meeting in Southeast. I was there present. Most of us were there, even the zonal officers. And I was in the high table when they brought up this matter and said that our National Secretary must resign immediately. If you remember those who were in that meeting, I was the first person that spoke in that meeting. Aliodefa, our vice chairman then, as he then was, because the court has said he's no longer the vice chairman, he was seated by my side. When the matter was raised, I was the first person that spoke. I expressly told them what is the position, that the National Secretary cannot resign except he assumes office. And I stated this precedent, which I have narrated to you people. At the end of the day, I was even telling them that there's a process of the court.
Very bright, and I'm very fine. Are you getting me? And I am National Secretary of PDP.
So what are you officially assuming duty and taking over your office?
I've already assumed duty.
And taking over your
office? On 30th of December 2024, I did that. It's everywhere.
So when are you going to start operating from your office?
I've started, sir.
But during the BOT meeting, Chairman?
No, I was on the table. Are you getting?
All right, welcome back. We all heard what Senator Samuel Anyanwu said. He said it was through Congress he was brought in. It's only through Congress that he'll be taken out. And before that time, no other person can sit in his stead. According to him, he explained that he took a leave, he took permission to go and contest, and it's his right to contest for governorship in his home state, which is Imo State. And this is actually his right. And he took a leave and asked his deputy to, sit in for him, not that he resigned. And based on the constitution of PDP, according to him, he was brought in legitimately through vote, through necessary processes of procedures in PDP to make him National Secretary. And it's only through the Congress that he can be hoisted out. Every other one is invalid, null, and void. And of course, Okoye believes, the opposite Okoye believes that he is the legitimate secretary. Of course, you heard him also say that he has assumed office. He has actually assumed office since December 2024, that everyone knows is over the social media, is over the media, and everyone, he has been properly introduced and briefed, and he has started his duties already. That even in the last meeting that was held, even though he was thrown out, the BOT members insisted that Ude must be in the meeting. Of course, they brought him back. For full details on that, can check our playlist. They brought him back. He took the minutes of the day, and he started performing really. And both of them, not relinquishing their hold, insisting that both legitimate secretaries, national secretaries to PDP. Now, NEC meeting is supposed to hold. Adolphus Nwabara, Senator Adolphus Nwabara, who happened to be the chairman of BOT, has insisted, come what may, it is sacrosanct. 29th of February, the meeting, NEC meeting, must hold. And of course, that Magom, is literally dilly-dallying, but yes, he said everything will be in place to make it happen. And according to King, if you check our playlist, you get to see that as well. King has said right now, as he speaks, they are shopping for expert to order to see how they can shift the NEC meeting. But the fact that the BOT members stood their ground and insisted nothing should change, should move the NEC meeting, which is long overdue. They're supposed to be meeting at least every quarterly. But right now, they've not even met for months, really, and which is not good for the health, of PDP, a main opposition party, and the biggest one, of course, in Africa. But right now, a lot of tensions. Many Nigerians believe that with two factions of PDP National Secretary, but with the feelers we are getting, apparently, more people are more in tune with Ude. That's Sunday Ude Okoye. They believe that the constitution is very clear on the fact that if for any reason you resigned, or if for any reason you stepped aside to contest in any electoral position, you ought to resign, not take a leave. And he said he took leave for just 3 months, and he came back as if he knew that he was going to lose the election in Imo State. But everyone believes that that's the rule. That's what the Constitution said, and you should abide by it. And the matter will be taken to the Supreme Court. But, some persons believe, some people are of the opinion, I think I also belong to that school of thought, where at this rate, this is the best time Supreme Court should, hasten, expedite action to find out the verdict, of this whole thing, so that the party can easily and quickly move on. But I believe strongly that that meeting, if it's gonna hold, they need to be, having in between meeting, internal meetings before that time, because a lot of I'll be looking forward to see the likes of Nyesom Wike, their city minister, in that meeting. I see him not coming, but I would love to see him there, because I'm so sure there's gonna be a lot of drama, on that day. And I'm also looking forward to the likes of Bala Mohammed in that meeting. I'm very sure that Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, will be there. Atiku Abubakar, I'm so very sure, would not want to miss it for anything in the world. Secondus should be there. These are NEC, National Executive Council members. So it all consists of the likes of the former governors, the Governors Forum, PDP Governors Forum, former senators, 7 senators, former vice presidents, those who had held elective offices, former and present ones, senators that are serving, and former, and all ministers and all what, they will all be there, and the board of trustees, as in the governing council, will be there. And of course, many things will be trashed. And I believe very strongly that the likes of Tambua will be there. It's going to be probably a time where everybody, and Kenga himself will be there. So I believe there's going to be a time where there'll be a lot of fireworks. But I believe that for me, if I was to be in Nyesom Wike's shoes, I will not attend that meeting, because I know that I am the vocal point, I'm the bone of contention, I am the bone in this. In fact, I am the drama king in all of this. I'm the one putting all the set pieces. So everyone is looking forward to either taking a bite from me, or trying to bite out my skin. But whatever the case is, we'll keep you updated as more info on this comes out. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Do you think the NEC meeting will hold? And if it will hold, do you think the city minister will be there? Let's